Hi everyone. This is for my students of architecture. Others can kind of scroll down. Maybe you can hit a like. Yeah. All right. I had been practicing as an architect for the past 2 decades across India and abroad. With my hands-on experience in designing numerous projects, I've gained some real-life insight, which I keep sharing with you, my students of architecture. Today, let's talk about very 5 basic silly mistakes that I've seen many of my students do over and over again throughout these years. Yeah. You know what? I love my students of architecture. I really admire your dedication and enthusiasm for this particular profession. You are the future of architecture. With you guys, the profession of architecture is going to change in the next 10-20 years much more than that has changed in the last 100 years. I want you to know that I'm deeply thankful to you all, of the young people who are there into architecture, who are studying architecture, who have just passed out of the architecture, who have chosen architecture as their vocation. Yeah, you're going to have more of an opportunity to make positive changes than any other generation ever has in this particular world. You should keep working hard, support your peers, and be awesome. I had published a very detailed article on this particular topic. Go back to my page and check it out sometime. First of all, let me tell you, not networking is the biggest mistake. And what do I mean by not networking? Networking is actively meeting people, new people from all walks of life, making friends, connecting on social media, staying in touch, and building a circle of people that you can reach out to and speak to and ask a question to if you are on the need to. Yeah. Networking really means knowing the right people even years before they were the right people to know. Think about it. If you study successful people, one common trait among all of them is that they all know a lot of people. I mean, they know a lot of people in all areas of life, not only in their profession. Networking and meeting new people in your community and all related industries should start long before you graduate and enter the workforce, right into when you are in college. The most important aspects of networking is to always approach with a giving attitude. Networking and knowing people can suddenly become magic keys to unlock doors of opportunities that you would have never imagined. It has worked for me, it will work for you. From what I've seen recently, I think networking is even easier today for architecture students because there are a lot of events and conferences that the architecture community is always taking. The Council of Architecture or the Indian Institute of Architects, they're always taking a lot of conferences and a lot of events that are there taking place. You can network with a lot of people and interact with them and connect with more and more of young people like you, or maybe people senior to you whom you can learn from. Yeah. So go ahead, just do it. Secondly, not volunteering. This isn't just a mistake students make. It's an error I see most of the professionals make. Most people just show up to work or school, do their 9 to 5 job, go home and complain about how the profession of architecture sucks, how it doesn't serve them. And then if I go and ask them, in the past couple of months, how much have you volunteered? How much have you shown up in your community? Or how much have you given time to the organization that needs you? They'll look at me like I'm insane. Why should others care for you and your career when you are not doing anything for others? Let's be honest. We all are into architecture to learn to make cool stuff happen and make the world a better place. You see, just because your work is awesome in certifying green buildings, that doesn't mean you are the almighty. Volunteering means giving your time and attention to someone who really needs it, not just making money for yourself. Volunteering doesn't have to have a huge commitment or a long drawn event. It can be like doing simple tasks for someone which can help others in a very big way. So go ahead, get involved, right? Next is working too much or too little. Neither helps. If you're working too much, remember you'll have the rest of your life for working in architectural offices. Many of my students have part-time jobs while they are still in college. Even I had that. I mean, see, the problem is not having a job. The problem is the moment those jobs start interfering with your college life as an architectural student, and that is the moment when you are doing some irrevocable damage to your career. Surely practical experience is good, but let's be practical and strike a balance. You'll have plenty of time to work in 9 to 5 professional jobs when you're out as a graduate. Yeah. Now, if you are working too little, even that is a pain. If you are planning to get a job after school, you really need to start working on it even before you graduate. I always believe that my on-the-job experience in architecture firms that I had even before I was graduate helped me push my college works a lot harder, actually much more than those who never had any practical experience in any architectural office. Let me tell you this, if you have never done any additional practical real-life work on architecture, any architecture office other than your basic internship that is there, or the mandatory internship that I am talking about before you graduate, you are actually cheating yourself. Next is very important. Thinking that the world is revolving around your design. Maybe the School of Architecture's world revolves around design, but after the School of Architecture is over, the real world sadly revolves around the ability to execute it. There's nothing wrong with design. I mean, I love design. But the ability to get things done, to manage the project, it is rewarded in that particular profession that you are, much more than having the best designing skill set. In the School of Architecture, everyone spends 100% of their time designing and 0% of their time in actually executing things, or even discussing how things are getting executed in real life. Yeah. I have experienced this in the hard way. In the profession of architecture, design is just 10% or even less of the time spent working on a project, and then hundreds of people spend years executing those designs, starting from architects, engineers, consulting, licensing agents, contractors, subcontractors, and so on. Sadly, most architectural schools primarily focuses on design and problem solving, and not practicing architecture. The skills required to put together a cohesive set of drawings that meet all codes and standards of permitting, how to work with contractors, manage clients, land new projects, and legally practice architecture in an overly complicated modern world that we have is way outside the scope of architecture schools today. Therefore, as an architecture student, you are not expected to know how to practice architecture in our complicated modern world right after graduation. However, you must acknowledge the fact that there's a very long road ahead of you for learning, and there's a huge learning curve ahead of you of how to construct real buildings. And finally, I keep saying this, the biggest mistake that you can make is that, thinking there is only one path before you know. There are 101 options, even more. Be open to possibilities in your career. Being a registered architect isn't the only way. Always remember, a decision that is right for someone can be the very worst decision of a lifetime or for someone else. Being a registered architect is cool, but let me assure you that you can definitely leverage your architectural education into massive success in many other industries as well. Yeah, I believe it's the responsibility of every professional architect to train the next generation of architects how to practice architecture. It's not just the School of Architecture's responsibility. The profession is about to have a massive changeover, and it couldn't be in better hands now. However, I still see graduates making the same mistakes in their career, in their profession, in their schools that their predecessors have made. So, as considering it as my duty, these are my words of caution for you, because you are the future. Having said all of that, I strongly believe that an architect will always be a student, continuously learning, and there is a lot to learn. Let's discuss your thoughts on this particular topic. Let me see your views. Comment in the box below. I'll get back to you. See you.